Good afternoon. My name is Gary Deal. I'm with G&G Fleet Service. We're here at Tampa West with Paul, their service tech, doing an install of a G&G injection pump on one of their service trucks. We'll be removing the white box injection pump that has failed and is leaking. We'll be removing that and installing our pump. The first step in this process is a very simple installation. The most difficult part is removing the old injection pump. We need to remove the 4 mounting bolts at the bottom of the pump, at the base of the pump, and then we need to disconnect the lines on the back. The 3 lines on the back are a feed or supply, a return line, and then the pressure line that goes to the reel. Those lines will match the fittings on our G&G pump, which I'll show you in a moment. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and remove the box, and then we'll come back and show you how we install the G&G pump. We've now got the box removed, and the lines are in position that we're going to connect to our box. A couple of things that we have to do. This is the feed to the injection pump. It will be the feed to the G&G injection pump. What we're going to do is remove this line and place a longer hose on it, maybe 6 or 8 inches longer, to connect to our box, which gives more maneuverability. The box can then be pulled out if there's ever any maintenance issues. Then this section here, these are the feed lines. They're coming into a T. We're going to put a bar fitting on this and a short hose to connect to our feed connection on the G&G box to supply the reels. And then the hose that you see here is the return line back to the tank. And all we're going to do with that is put a splice in there, 1/2-inch splice, and extend that about 8 or 10 inches to connect to our box as well. Down at the bottom here, you see this is the connection. These are the wires that supplied the power to the white box. What we're going to do is splice onto those, extend them out to connect to the G&G box, and then we'll mount the G&G box, and we should be ready to test it and check the flow. So let's get that done. Okay, we're back. As you can see, the yellow hoses here are the hoses that will connect to our G&G box. What we've done is to remove the hoses that connected to the white box and extended them so that they'll reach the new box, and made sure that they're all 1/2-inch because the fittings on the back of your new box are 1/2-inch. You see we have the feed line to bring the fluid into the box. We have the return line taking it back to the tank, and then we have the pressure line going out to the reels. You'll also note that we extended the wires out that powered the white box. They're now ready to connect to the G&G box and power up the G&G box. G&G box sitting here, you'll notice, comes to you and it's marked in the back of the box where the fittings come out: return, supply, and reel. So we'll connect them appropriately. The feed will be the supply line, the reel will be the ones going back to the reel, and then the return, of course, going back to the tank. So we'll go ahead and do that connection now. Once that's connected, we'll be in good shape. One other thing I wanted to point out, if you look back at the platform that the box is going to sit on, you'll note some expanded steel, some mesh. What that is the screen out of the bottom of a Let's Go spreader. Everybody's got those sitting around in their scrap pile. That screen makes a perfect platform to lay on the platform, on the base where the white box was, bolts right up to the existing holes, and it allows you to bolt up your G&G box quickly and easily. So take note of that. That's an option for you when you go to install your pump on one of these trucks. Okay, we're back. The G&G box has been mounted with the 2 bolts that come with the box, have been mounted to the grate. It's secure. Wires have been hooked up. The feed line, the return line, and the reels, the supply to the reels, have been hooked up. You're ready to go. The G&G boxes come to you preset at 550 milliliters of flow. We're going to take a measurement to see what we've got with the first shot out. Once it's wired up, you flip the switch. You have an LED light that tells you that the pump's running. You can audibly hear it, and it's on and off. This works great for the intercity trucks and for the lawn sharks. For the rhinos, you can leave the switch on and turn it on and off from the cab. But right now, what we're going to do is do our first bucket test, and let's do that right now and see where we're at. Okay, let's turn the pump on, and we're going to start this 1, 2, 3, go. And again, we're looking for 500 milliliters in 30 seconds. As you can see, we're spot on at 500 milliliters. Now, to increase or decrease takes nothing more than just turning the regulator in or out. To turn it in increases the pressure, back it out and decreases the pressure, so you've got easy adjustment. You can do bucket tests without a problem. Once you set this system and you set it at 500 milliliters and lock the regulator, it will not change. And the other thing that's really cool about this that you're going to like is that once you're done setting it, you put the lid on, put the screws in the lid, and now there's no knobs on the outside. There's nothing for the driver or anybody that walks up to adjust. They don't have a knob to turn, nothing to tweak that could cause it to be off on your flow rate. You'll come back a month from now and your flow rate will still be 500 milliliters in 30 seconds. And that is it.